Today's message wants to get to the heart of the matter. Why am I struggling so much? How has my life become so complicated? When we arrive at this point in our reality, questioning ourselves about how we're living, we then have a huge opportunity to create change. That is, if we seek to get to the heart of the matter of the questions. This instance requires us to become very present with ourselves, to discern what our emotions are wanting to articulate to us so we can understand ourselves. The heart wants us to move through life with more awareness of who we are and what we're about. And if we're not in harmony with our innermost self, life becomes complicated and increasingly turbulent. When we choose to not connect with our inner person, we will encounter conflict in life. And with that said, some will proclaim that they did not ask for this, but the drama keeps showing up anyway. This is due to a facet of ourself that is unconscious. Now, let's look upon the 3 cards in this reading. At the center is the Ten of Swords, practically stating that no matter what's going on, you must face and deal with what's at the center, which is your trauma. And then we see the Devil card in this reading, pointing out that there is a level of toxicity that is actively brewing in your life that must be dealt with so you can start healing what's on the inside, so it's no longer projecting your suffering outside of yourself. But this will precisely start when you are willing to look into the very reason why you struggle to honor your heart. This is where the Lover's card from the tarot is delivering its message. It's time to start connecting to your emotions, intuition, and why you fight listening to your inner voice. Until you can be present with yourself entirely and able to give attention to the rhythm of your own heart and be capable of hearing your inner self, you will continue to be in state of crisis. And your life will not be completely yours because you're blinded by your misery. You heard the saying, misery loves company. If you're not looking after your heart by loving and encouraging yourself to feel and realize your truth, you will end up facing your own darkness and the darkness of others. And it will emerge very dramatically, resulting in chaos in your life. The wounds of the past will bleed its trauma story unconsciously and stimulate drama, and more pain will flow, inducing greater suffering. It becomes a vicious cycle of prolonged misery. What we need to realize is that our inner demons represent a part of us that was emotionally neglected. It's an aspect of us that is desperate to be loved but unskilled to fully articulate the words to communicate its need for love. This toxic tendency masks what the heart wants, temporarily dulling the ability to feel and express oneself. To break this cycle means to relearn to feel deeply and reconnect to the heart, trusting yourself to move in the direction that is loving to you so you can be able to speak your truth. Restoring yourself to a way of life that provides an opportunity to live peacefully with yourself. It signifies a life of you inhibiting an authentic existence as your true self. That doesn't mean that life will be perfectly peachy all the time, but once you're seated in your authentic power with your heart open, when you meet drama at your doorstep, it won't appear so intensely personal anymore. And as you keep moving along, living a heart-centered life, don't be startled when you face the inner parts of yourself that still need your tender, loving care. That part of you throwing a tantrum is giving an emphasis to an area that requires self-compassion to continue healing so you can further appreciate and love yourself. What is also important to know is that we are all going through this together, but each of us is at different stages within this self-love journey. And when we're encountering drama, if we can just take note, there is trauma. If we can comprehend this, then we can have a chance to learn to be a little more tender with ourselves and others. Being able to practice discernment expresses that you have been doing the work of helping and healing your inner child. And that is a beautiful gesture to yourself and the world. Namaste.